What's up guys, it's the Blind Man back with another Starfield tutorial, and today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. So I will be doing a tutorial here, but it's a long tutorial. It's for the old neighborhood, and the reason why it's such a long tutorial is it's a long mission. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up a lot of parts of this, and some of it I'm not even going to be talking on. I'm just going to be leaving it on 2x speed. If you guys want to see anything that I think is the best way of putting all the content in it and letting you see where to go and maybe see some things that I found along the way without you guys having an hour-long video to go through. And if you need to on YouTube, you can actually slow it down, and you can slow it down to half speed. And it's not going to be perfect. It's going to look a little rough probably if you have to do that, but it's okay. And it's going to work for you actually getting to see what you need to see, getting screenshots if you need to. So let me know if this format works. It's kind of a test for these longer missions because I don't want to bother you guys with an hour-long upload of video, of content that honestly may not be worth your time. Most of it you may not need, and some of it I might even be looking for loot. So that's what it is. It's the old neighborhood. Let me know if you guys find this helpful. It's fairly straightforward, so hopefully not too hard of a quest, but if there's little pieces that you guys are looking for here and there, it should be in here, and let's jump into it. Okay, starting out in this mission, we're going to be going to Constellation's base, and that's how you're going to kick it off. You go in and talk to Sarah, who's going to be taking you on this mission, and really, I had to actually go look for her. She was, I mean, you're gonna have the dot to tell you where it is, so it shouldn't be too bad, but she was actually sleeping, so she could be anywhere. Okay, now is where we are going to head to Mast, and as you can see here, I checked to make sure she's following me, and then I speed the video up to 2x so that we can see the pathway to to Mast. So we're going to Mast here. This is where it's located. This is kind of an easy way to jump down to get there. And yeah, make sure she's still following me, but this is the path. Alright, here we arrive at Mast to talk to Vanguard, to all at the Vanguard, and so there's not much you can do here to go too wrong, but what I did do, and one thing that's worth mentioning, is I chose not to join the Vanguard yet, just mainly for purposes of this video, but you can if you want to. I think it would probably open up another quest line for you, but right now, I just wanted to do this quest for you guys, this mission. We're going to head off to the Sol system, so you should have a marker on where to go to. Should be able to jump to it. It's not that far of a jump, and as it sounds, the Sol system is kind of like our current, well, it is our current solar system, so kind of familiar planets. That'll be kind of cool. So the first place you're going to go to here is Mars. This is where I'm going to start actually speeding things up a little bit, because I don't think you're going to actually want to watch me navigate through all this, but I did want to bring up, you know, maybe a little bit of where things are. So honestly, I kind of just shortcutted here and jumped down, and then when you get in here to this place, as you can see, I kind of just looked around a little bit. When you get in here down the hallway, it's actually going to be at the right. I kind of missed it, to be completely honest, and I have a little cut here because I actually went past it the first time. So as you can see, this little stutter right here, it's because I went past it and I came back for the video. It's to the right. Don't go down the hallway. There's nothing bad down there. It's just not going to lead you to the right place. So you talk to the bartender here, and kind of cutting ahead, you can actually, one thing I was going to mention here is save yourself some credits by doing Persuade. Now I am doing this on a easier difficulty, so maybe my Persuade is gonna go a little easier than all of yours. I also have a perk for Persuade, so take it for what it is. You guys can try it if you want to. I didn't want to pay the credits, so for me, Persuade was a good one, and it went pretty easily. Okay, back at the ship, our next destination is to Venus. So as you can see here, it's all in the same system. We can fast travel it to it pretty easy. I don't even think I scanned Venus if I remember correctly. You can if you want to, but really for this mission, you're not doing a whole lot of surveying, so don't really worry. You're not doing any surveying, I should say. Now this part, I actually was the first part that I decided to speed up because as you can see here on the screen, it's telling you how to stealth. So when you stealth, you want to only have 2 bars on the engine. These 2 bars, and that's it, are going to keep you from being identified. So it's almost kind of like a continued tutorial. As you can see here, I sped up and even skipped a little further ahead because going at 2 bars engine is so slow, so painfully slow. But hey, I didn't get caught. So if you don't want to fight, that's how you stealth with the ship. It's kind of slow, but so is stealth crouching, I guess, in general. So now we are off to the next planet here. As you see here, I did actually end up deciding to go ahead and do the resource mapping, and now we're going to Earth, to the moon, to a space station. So as you can see here, the dot is off of the side on the space station. So that's actually where you're going to want to go. You're not going to want to go to Earth. You're not going to want to go to the moon. You're actually going to want to go to this dot that's just outside the moon. Here on the screen, you can see here that we're actually going to be docking with the space station, and it kind of tells you that these space stations can be docked with, and it should show on your HUD. And honestly, you're going to see here, I even speeded up a little bit, but well, I have some issues hitting the dock. That's my bad. I mean, also, as you can see there, a quick survey of the moon, but we hit the dock up here, and speeding it up, I wasn't going that fast. I still had 2 on the engine, and I still kind of missed the dock a little bit, so take it easy because you can run into the space station just like this. But it's alright. We came back, we grabbed the dock here. I wasn't sure the exact point, so that's why I actually wanted to let this go normal speed and let you guys see where a dock on a spaceship looks like, space station. So this right here is actually going to be the place where we go in and we go through the space station. This is going to be a really long section, so I'm going to put most of this on 2x, but what I will say is that there's going to be some parts in here that I'm going to stop for either story or maybe a piece, and I'm not really going to stop it. I'm just going to pull it up and let you guys see it. I didn't hit every single secret in this. So I hit a lot of them. There's one door that I don't have the lock picking, digipick, whatever you want to call it. I don't have that skill for it just yet. So if you want to go back and see what's in there, you can. But this way I have the whole thing in here. You guys can kind of map out the entire place, stop it where you need to. And I even got a funny little glitch in there. And I even left the sound on for it. So hopefully it's not too loud through the speakers, but on that one I let it stop, and then when I get to the directive I also let it stop so you can kind of see where that is.
patched up my ship, and I'm heading to Neptune. Going to put in another request to get the fleet out here to deal with these spacers. But until then, if any of you thugs are listening, I'm the damn ghost stealing your stuff in the night. Clear out while you have the chance.
It's almost daring the spacers to come after. It's actually not a bad plan. Much better odds destroying one of their ships than fighting them all at once here.
As you can see here, we're on our way back out to the ship, and we are going to head off now to, I believe, let me see it here, but I believe it's Pluto we're going to. Neptune, my bad. Neptune. So we are going to Neptune, and this is going to be a really pretty short area, but what's going to be really interesting about this part is there's another mechanic that it teaches you here, and I'm going to try to leave that part up on the screen for a little bit so you can pause it if you need to. But what we do at this next station when you go to Neptune is you're actually going to have a ship that you right here that you need to disable. So what you have to do is you have to hit R to target it, and then you have to shift your aim and try to, with the targeting system, take out the engines. If you take out the engines, you will be able to dock this craft, and that's actually what you need to do for this area. What I'll mention for future is, and there's the message I was telling you about, telling you how to disable the engines, and that if you do that, you can then dock with it and you can get in there. What I was going to say here is, in the future, from what I have read, if you need to actually take a better ship, this is how you could do it potentially. So we are now docked with it. I'm going to put it on 2x speed again, and we're going to run through this very short section of this docked spacecraft. We are back getting off of the ship here, and we are heading back to New Atlantis at this point to finish up the mission. So if you've been doing this in the past, it shouldn't be too bad. I'm just showing the jumps here just in case anybody needs it, but we are, well, I'm making you a little dizzy here, my bad. But we are going to go ahead and take a jump to the next system to get back to our normal system and to get back to New Atlantis and finish up the mission by talking to Sarah at New Atlantis, which is kind of, I don't know, almost redundant, but we're returning the piece that we got here, and we'll finish up the mission there. Here we are back at the base, and this is where we are going to wrap up the mission here. So we get back in there, we talk to Sarah, we go ahead and put the piece with all the other pieces, and you are completed with the mission here. And one thing I wanted to mention is this is actually where you're going to be able to have Sarah join your crew among a few other people that can join your crew. So if for some reason you haven't done the missions before that, where you can actually start getting crew a little earlier, I think it's kind of a thieving mission, so depending on what route you're taking, maybe you didn't do that, you can actually start getting people in your crew, starting with Sarah here, and then there's a few other ones, the robot back there, a few other people you can talk to have them join your crew. So this is where you start collecting other crew members, which is very valuable when it comes to things like ship combat and things like that. So anyways, here we are here, completed the mission. I really hope this helped you guys. Honestly, if this helped one person, it's worth it to me. I know it's kind of cliche to say that, but I mean, honestly, I made this and I made it try to cover a lot of ground and a lot of the places I went, just in case maybe there's just this one section that you're stuck on that you're like, where is that? Or where do I go? Or, you know, how do I get to the next place? I know that happens to me sometimes. It's a long video. I'm trying it out, just hoping that maybe just that one, you get stuck in one hallway, you get stuck on one piece. Maybe I have it included in here to help you through it. So please let me know. Please like, comment, and subscribe if this helped you, because I would really appreciate it. But even if it didn't, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you, and let me know if you like these tutorials. Thanks, and peace.